Oh, what's going on, everybody? Woo! All right, so they say when you start a YouTube channel, you just gotta get started. You can't let too much hold you back. And that's me today. My name is Gerald Smith, and I am an up-and-coming YouTuber. Me and my wife, we have a YouTube channel called the J&J Experience. Just check it out, it's on my shirt. I did that on purpose. And what we do is we're entertainers. We're based out of the DMV. Those of y'all that are watching that know what the DMV is, it is not the place that you go. Well, it is the place that you go get your car registration and all that stuff. You deal with all the long lines and stuff like that. But this DMV that we're talking about is the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. That's where we hail from, and that's where we're bringing you this content from. So those that are here for the first time, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Could have watched any video on the whole platform and you chose to stick it out with me. I appreciate that. This is my first video by myself. Well, I'm lying. This is not my first video by myself, but this is my first video where I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I've experienced in being a new YouTuber. Some of the things that you guys may be experiencing as well when you are trying to figure out what it is you want to do. We're in a time right now where there's a lot of uncertainty about what our next phase is. And, I'm a 27-year-old male. I'm married. I'm God-fearing man. And there's just a lot of uncertainty in the world with Corona and the pandemic going on right now. So I feel like I got a little bit of a personality. So I say, you know what? There's so many people that I'm learning from on YouTube, and there's so much valuable information out there. Why not try my hand at sharing some of the information that I find out? Some of the stuff that I learn and apply in my own personal life. So that's what I'm doing right now. And every YouTuber that I've watched that has said, you need to start a channel and why you need to get on YouTube, it's really because there's enough on this platform for everybody. If you are willing to just get out in front of the camera and just talk to people, and we're entertainers, so that's just what we do. But if you're willing to talk to people and just share the wealth, as we say, there's a lot on this platform for you. So, hey, I'm out here getting what God has for me and for my family. So that's what I'm doing today. Just coming to you guys in front of the camera just to let you know some of the things that I have experienced as a new YouTuber. As I watch the videos online and I'm looking at the couples and they got challenges and pranks, doing all kind of stuff like putting Bengay on their husband's private parts. I pray to God that my wife don't do that to me. But I know she's got some stuff in store, and I got some stuff for her too. We're singers. So what we do is we love to sing. We love to sing cover tunes. We're both in the wedding band industry, in the corporate event industry, and right now there has not been a lot of that going on for us. So what we have had to do is we've had to improvise. And we didn't want our skills to just go away. We wanted to keep on singing and keep staying sharp, so when we finally get back to singing, it won't be that we haven't been singing for the last year. So I feel like we're doing a great job with that. We've established the J&J Experience as a husband and wife duo, and I'm really proud of the things that we've been able to do. We started off doing Facebook Live concerts, and then after Facebook Live was shutting down our concerts in the middle of the concert for copyright stuff, we were just like, man, we gotta find a way to do things just a little bit different. So what we did was we took our show and we took it to YouTube. We brought it to YouTube, and it has allowed us to do so much more, from the YouTube Premiere function to the pre-production that we moved into, to being able to upload the show and make sure that everything checks out copyright-wise so that we can share it with our fans. That was a big deal. It took away that shutting down the show in the middle of the show, and that's just not the kind of product that we wanted to put out there. So YouTube has done so much in just a small time that we've been really taking YouTube serious. At first, for me personally, it was a platform that I was using to learn. You know, me and my wife, we just got married in August, and we've been looking for housing. We've been looking to buy a house. And what YouTube has enabled me to do is just learn what it takes to buy a house. What do you need to be able to purchase a home for yourself, a condo for yourself? What's better, renting or owning? So it gave me the ability to form my own opinion about what I wanted for our family. I could bring the information back to my wife and we can make a group decision about what we wanted to do. And we've decided that purchasing is the way to go. So stay tuned, because we're gonna have some awesome videos about our home buying process, because man, I'm telling y'all, it has been rough to buy a house right now because we're entertainers, and the majority of our income was coming from our shows and our corporate events that we were doing for people and companies, and our wedding band work, and all of that it completely stopped. Weddings were being postponed. So much has happened, and you know, it's just been rough. We're self-employed individuals, so it's been really rough as a self-employed person. We ain't millionaires to begin with, you know. We're just getting by, and it's been rough, but it's not impossible. So those of you that are out there that are buying a house or in the process of buying a house, just know that it's not impossible, all right? I am not a realtor. I'm not a mortgage originator or anything like that. I'm just a person that's trying to better their family. I'm not a financial specialist either. So disclaimer. So along with that, you know, just trying to survive during a pandemic. Like, who would have known we'd be in the midst of Corona season in 2020? So much has happened in 2020, which has also inspired us to start doing YouTube. You know, people's lives are being changed on these platforms just because they are willing to give of themselves and give some quality content, from anything to comedy to singing to educational content to help you get yourself in a better position during this pandemic. There's so much information on YouTube, and I have been a student of YouTube University for years. I'm so happy that I have the opportunity to apply this information that I've learned, and I'm happy to teach whatever I know along the way to anyone that wants to learn it. All right, so back on subject. We're hopping on this YouTube platform as new booties. You know, we've been filmed before. People have had cameras in our faces and stuff like that. But when you sit down and sit in front of a camera like I am right now, it's a different experience, you know? One thing that I suggest to everyone is to have a plan. If you're going to start a YouTube channel, if you're going to be a person that's creating, figure out what it is that you want to talk about. What are you passionate about? What makes you want to dig and do more and find more information? Those are the things that you are passionate about. So I heard somebody say on a channel, even if it's a parrot, right? There is mad videos on YouTube about parrots. If you find the most poppin' video on YouTube about parrots and you model what that person or what that channel is doing in your channel, you can have similar success to that channel. So don't be afraid to find inspiration on YouTube. Take some time and search through these videos and just find that thing that makes you more interested in it, you know? For me, it's always been live music. The newest thing that I have really dug into recently is personal and business credit. I do believe, especially since I spent the majority of my adult life so far not knowing the power of credit and not knowing why I was trying to get an apartment with a job and couldn't get it because I didn't have no credit. I didn't have bad credit. I had no credit. I didn't know what credit was. And of course, they don't teach you about that kind of stuff in high school, or middle school, or any, you really gotta wanna know about credit to learn about credit. And I dove into YouTube and I found so many YouTubers that are just sharing their information about what they know about credit. It's amazing. Business credit as well. courses that are being made available for people to just learn more, especially now. I know money's tight. And I'm telling y'all right now, the best thing that I did during this pandemic was invest in courses, y'all. If you want to learn from a specific type of YouTuber, and they have a lot of views and a lot of interaction with people, a lot of content, and they're what you see as viral and successful, look at their channel. If they don't offer a course, take their channel as a course. Study their channel. You know, we have a couple that we really love, and it's Journey with the Hintons. And it's this young couple out of, I believe they're from New Orleans. And the wife, she's just, personality is so bubbly, and it just reminds me of my wife so much. And the husband is just cool, you know, he comes in and he says what he needs to say, and then he lets his wife do her thing. Now, my wife may be a little bit camera shy right now, but trust me, when y'all get to know her, y'all will really see how thoughtful and full of love she really is. She really does have a heart for helping people. And when she gets onto this thing, she's gonna kill it. So for right now, I'm gonna set our pace. I'm gonna help us get out there, and I'm gonna be the person that does a little bit more talking to you guys as she gets comfortable with the process. So there's people like that we look to, and we watch their content and get ideas. People do challenges and pranks and so much stuff. So really do your digging and do research. And if that person if that group or channel is offering a course, support that course. You know, you could learn some things that you might not have gotten just from their videos. I know any smart business person that I know is not giving away all of their secrets. It may seem like it's a lot to that person that doesn't know much, like me. There was so much that I didn't know. But when I dove into some of this coursework that some of these YouTubers have provided about growing your channel, I really got to understand that it's about you doing some homework first and then applying that knowledge to what you want to do. So if it's YouTube, learn everything you can about YouTube. Don't be afraid to apply what you've learned, all right? You gotta make sure that you stay in it. This is not something that happens overnight for everybody. For some people, it takes decades. I watched this one person, it's called The Break, and she had been at this since 2009. This is 2020. She just recently did a video about how she's made over $1 million from YouTube in a decade. Now, if I told you that all you had to do was be willing to sit here in front of a camera and express yourself, and you could put yourself in position to change your family's life like that, would you do it? I think y'all got my answer. If y'all are looking at me right now, y'all know what I chose. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Don't be afraid to try. All right? This is new for me. If you're watching this video, this is November of 2020, y'all. We have our online concerts, our virtual concerts that we just started putting on YouTube. I think we've done 3 or 4 at this point, and we're gonna do one every 2 weeks. We're gonna keep giving you guys music. It's just an exciting time for the world right now. But you gotta have the right mindset. So that's another thing. Mindset. Your mindset is gonna be so important when you start this journey. There's gonna be days where you don't feel like recording anything. And I'll be honest with y'all. Before I turned these lights on, I was like, man, I don't know if I even feel like putting up a video today. And you know, I find myself telling myself that every day. Unless we had to do something for J&J Experience, and I was with my wife, and we do it that way, we did it together. But as representing us by myself, sometimes it gets hard to decide that that's what you're gonna do. And you might be out there feeling like that today. You might feel like, man, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know if I have anything to provide. I don't have a brand. I don't have, my name on shirts, but you can, and it's all possible. You just got to believe it is first. before anybody believes it. You have to see it as something that can work for you. I had a vision that this is something that I can do to help people just get by. Just get to the next day. Give them some inspiration to keep going. There's some people that just don't have that anymore, and they can get it back. They just need to see people with it. And I'm here to tell you guys right now, in the middle of a pandemic, I am blessed. I'm here in my parents' basement. I don't even have a house to put me and my wife in right now. But you know what? It's coming. And I believe it's coming because I've trained my mind to see the things that I want in my future. Sometimes you have to put those pictures on your wall. You gotta envision it. You gotta watch things. I watch YouTube and I get inspired by these people that have changed their lives. And you can do the same thing. And I'm here to tell you that I'm gonna journey to see what God has for me in YouTube. If you're out there and you want to get a part of YouTube, I'm telling you right now, do it. Even if it's just saying, hey, my name is so-and-so, and I'm here to talk about crabs. I'm from Maryland, and crabs are a big deal. I don't eat them, but I'm here to talk about them. Even if you just do that, and that was a little personal because, crabs are a little bit too much work for me. I'm a chicken guy, I like to just, you know what I'm saying? I like to just get in there. Crab, you gotta spend all that time breaking and being violent to the dead crustacean. I don't have time for that. Another tip when you're getting started with YouTube, you want to make sure that you can be seen. All right, so hopefully you guys can see me pretty clear right now. I know I don't have the new Sony, this, that, or another, or the Canon mirrorless cameras and things like that. You gotta start with what you have. Even if it's just your phone. Right now, I'm recording on my iPhone 11 Pro Max. I'm blessed to have that phone because it cost me a pretty penny. But it was an investment that I made in my brand and my businesses because I wanted to be running at a certain level. I wanted to have some things that I found were efficient, and this did the job for me. So you want to work with what you got. If you got an Android, if you got just a phone that just takes video, if you just have a regular Canon camera, set that thing up and start talking, y'all. Just set it up and start talking. You never know what can happen, all right? And I could talk forever. I'll talk till my lips get ashy. They probably ashy. But yeah, listen, you don't gotta look pretty all the time. I see all these quite beautiful people that get themselves together, they get themselves all ready for camera. I shaved my face. I wasn't gonna be a caveman, but I didn't have to put all, I don't have my hair all together. I'm just doing it. You gotta start. And what's gonna happen is because you started and got used to doing it, the camera caught you on some good days and it caught you on your bad days. And I think that really brings you closer to your family. Some people want to see a perfect person. You might have clicked on this video because you thought I was handsome. I am. There's no big deal though. One, because I'm married. Two, because it's about the information. It's about the connection you have with that person on the screen. I may have said something that really resonates with you because I know some people have said some things that have really resonated with me. All right. So I've covered a few things. I've talked about starting with what you have. I've talked about mindset, having the right mindset when you jump in this. Just doing it. You just got to get out there and do it. Make your first video. Give it some length. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to talk a little bit so people get to really feel who you are. Come in with a plan. You want to have a plan when you're doing this, all right? Guys, it's really as easy as you make it. And you want to make this as easy as possible for you. Don't get so bent up out of shape because you don't have the latest and the greatest. I have lights here. I may have spent $50 for these 2 lights. It didn't break my bank. It came with the stands and everything. And it's only going to get better from here. But what's important is that you start. And guys, ladies, This is our start. I gotta get used to saying our. I know it's just me sitting here today, but this is our channel. Me and my wife have worked really hard to even get to the small place that we are right now. And we're very proud of what we're doing, our stage, and where we are right now as new YouTubers. And I know there is more to come from us. So stay tuned. I've been rapping. Listen, start your YouTube channel.